Oh, there it is. Hey guys, if you're here, let me know. And let me know if you can hear me okay. I just don't trust technology right now. So, hello, beautiful souls. I hope you're all doing well. I'm trying to get the volume right. It doesn't matter. If it's, see, it doesn't sound as loud to me, but I feel like it's going to sound louder on your end. So I'm going to smudge us with some mugwort. Let me know if you guys are here and you can hear me okay. I just got it everywhere. Smudge. I'm just going to, hey, Shelly. How you doing? So tonight's the new moon in Scorpio, and it is a solar eclipse. And especially if you're sensitive, you're probably feeling this energy. Hey, Bernadette. Okay, awesome. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but this eclipse is, I don't know, it's just getting to me. Normally, I wouldn't feel the way I've been feeling. I feel so, first of all, I've had a headache for 2 days. Hi, Taddy. Yeah, it's just, it is just this heavy energy. And I get it. You know, there's a lot of bullshit going on in the world. And I did say a lot of stuff is going to be revealed. And October is almost over, but I still feel like something big is going to happen before October ends. Hey, Lori. I still feel that way. So I've had a headache for 2 days and I can't, it's like a weird headache. It's just pressure over here in the back of my temples, and it's hurting my ears. So it's kind of like a weird headache. Things I want to say just aren't coming out right. Like I can't talk. I can't communicate. Yes, I've been nauseous too. Yes. Okay, so tonight is the Scorpio new moon. Scorpio is a water sign. Scorpio also, I want to say deals with, I don't even know the word. So I'm sorry. This is going to be, hey, Chris. Yeah, sinus. Oh my God, Anita, sinus. I don't even know what it is. Honestly, I really don't know what it is. But there's just like this weird energy going on. You might not be able to sleep right. You're not sleeping right. So I'm going to apologize now. I'm just going to babble and fuck up all the words. But you guys know what I mean, because for some reason I cannot communicate right anymore. The eclipse is very chaotic energy. So we have the water energy of emotions. And then we have the solar eclipse tonight, and the full moon, which is in 2 weeks, will be the lunar eclipse. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Nancy. And then in between that, on the 30th, Mars goes retrograde, which is just awesome. I can't wait for that one. Mars deals with war, anger, like that explosive energy, which is going to be so fun to see what transpires during that time. It's a very heavy energy, and I feel like, and I'm sorry, guys, and you know, I don't sugarcoat it, but I always look at the positive side of things. But for the rest of the year, this energy is just going to be intense, and it's going to prepare us for 2023, whatever that's going to bring. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know nothing anymore. I can't even talk right. So just know that you're not alone. I've had a lot of clients recently message me about the way they've been feeling. So I'm going to go through a shit ton of symptoms and things you might be feeling, just so you know that you're not alone, that it is something we are all going through collectively. You might not feel everything that I'm saying, or there may be periods you feel something. Whatever it is, just know that it has to do with this intense energy. Sleeping. We're going to start with the top chakras and work our way down. Top chakra, sleeping. Very chaotic energy, very chaotic thinking, obsessive thinking, dreams. Oh my God. The dreams I've been having, insane, just crazy ass dreams. Dreaming, I know some people have been dreaming like their childhood or when they were in school, and obviously they're not in school anymore. They're grown ass adults, but just dreaming about like being in school, certain events that happened during your childhood. What this means, guys, I have no idea, but I know a lot of people are going through this. I've had just weird, bizarre dreams. Your psychic abilities are enhanced, which probably isn't even a good thing with this chaotic energy that's around, which is why we're not doing no new traditional new moon rituals or manifesting shit. Okay, because this is not the energy you want to be in to manifest. It's just chaos. It's just chaotic energy. I don't even know where to begin with, like, the dreams, the thinking. A lot of, from what I've channeled is that this energy is this experience that we're going through, like this intense energy that's doing this massive purging, is clearing out pretty much everything before the end of the year. So any conditioning, any childhood traumas, any attachments, all that shit is going to come to the surface because it will be cleared out by the end of the year. So the good news is when this shit show is over, you won't be affected by anything that's affecting you right now, which is why it's super sensitive. Like, you can blow up very easily. Then we go into the throat chakra. The throat. Being unable to communicate, like me, forgetting what you want to say. Hey, Aurora, forgetting what you want to say, not being able to like write or text or just speak. Like in my mind, I know what I want to say and it's very clear in my mind. And then something completely different comes out, or I can't even pronounce the words. Like I forget how to say it, which has been fun. I'm not going to lie. It's been fun. So anything with communication, we can't blame Mercury for this one. I want to, but no. Technology, speaking of Mercury, technology is probably going through the same stuff we're going through because phones aren't working, computers are crashing. In the middle of a Netflix thing, my Netflix just like took a shit and just had to restart itself. And this has been like a common occurrence over the past couple of months. Yes, chaos. You know what? I can't even call it chaos because I feel like it's so much more than chaos, Alexis. Now we're going to move to the heart chakra. You may be feeling heart palpitations, a lot of anxiety, shortness of breath, flutters, pressure in your chest. A lot of people think they're dying or they're going to doctors for all kinds of tests and they find out that there's nothing wrong with them, but you know, something's not right. So just, I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying don't check it out. Just be mindful that this is excessive energy coming through our body, physical body. It's upgrading our DNA. It is really, we've been talking about this for years. If you've been following me for a while, I've been talking about this for years, how we're literally upgrading our light body. And a lot of it in the past, I would say 5 years, a lot of it was emotional, mental, spiritual. Now we're getting to the physical shit show of it. And that's like the last stage of it. I don't know. This is what I'm being told, which I'm starting to question everything that I channel now. It's like, okay, so what if I'm thinking this and it's really something else? So I'm even questioning my beliefs. So have not had a breakdown, which is interesting because usually every 3 months I have some kind of emotional breakdown. I haven't had that. But like you, I'm in this chaotic energy questioning everything. Yes. Hamster wheel is a good way. Yes. Don't try to fix what appears to be fucked up right now. don't, because it's just not going to happen. It's just, there's nothing to fix. Think of it as the vision that I just got was, I can't believe like they give me this vision. Like a pimple. Let it come to the surface, and when it's ready to pop, it will. And then it will be released. So there's nothing to fix. Don't get hard on yourself. Reading Janet's. Oh, it's super tough for everyone, Janet. Oh, I miss, like, let me see the bright side of everything and love and light. And now I'm like, you know what? It's bullshit. If it's going to come down to me or someone else, they're going down. That's the attitude I have now. So don't think, that's another thing, Janet. Yes, things disappear. And here's this is my, I guess, opinion with the missing things. See, we're coming into a lot of gifts that we were conditioned to believe were not true, not possible, especially for a human, like telecommunicating, telekinesis, teleportation, astral traveling. Like, we all know that astral traveling, we're multidimensional beings. Don't tell me that we can't do these things. They came from somewhere. Like, I know people can do this. So with the missing objects, I feel like that has to do with us coming into telekinesis, which is moving things with your mind. Now, mind you, I'm not saying, this pen, I'm going to move it with my mind and it's going to float in the air. No, maybe we can get to that point. But in the beginning, that's not what happens. Everything is like in the Kabbalion mind, the all is mental. So the all is referring to God, universe, whatever you choose to call it, is mental. It's the mind, right? So if I'm thinking, oh, I got to move that pen, because this is how I've been witnessing over the past few months, this form of telekinesis. Oh, I got to move that pen, but I don't move it because I forgot, because I have the attention span of a flea lately. But then all of a sudden, the pen's gone and it's in another spot. So I wasn't clear about where I wanted to move it to, but I thought very strongly I need to move it. And it moves. I hope that kind of like makes sense. Look at it through. I'm not saying believe it. I'm not saying don't believe it. I'm just saying keep an open mind about it and witness it for yourself. Observe it for yourself. It's got to make sense to you. It doesn't have to make sense to me or anyone else. You'll know where it's coming from. Let's put it that way, because I do believe that is my idea of my telekinesis coming in. Things are moving and getting lost. So, and I agree, it's also timelines. Timelines are, do you remember a couple of months ago we did the timeline leaping? We did the quantum leap. I don't know what happened to you guys after we did that meditation, but I feel like we are bouncing from timeline to timeline. It's like every time something happens, and if you think of it on a quantum level, right? Like this, we could go down a rabbit hole with this one, but let's keep it basic. Every time we make a choice, the two choices create its own timeline. We go this way or this way. Both of those timelines are created. So think about all the time we're on this planet, just the planet alone, how many different timelines we've created based on these thoughts. So with everything that's going on in the world, there's these constant shifts and everything is moving fast. And if you remember, I've been saying since last year, this year, time was going to speed up. Like, I can't believe it's the end of October. Like, I feel like I just started making Halloween decorations. I didn't even put them out yet. And next, it's Halloween. Like, what? When did that happen? Like, I just can't. I don't know. I feel like sometimes time moves very, very fast. And then it just, like, it just drags. So I don't know. And I agree with the timeline. It could be, I mean, honestly, it is so There's so infinite possibilities, guys, infinite possibilities. I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer. Just know you're not alone. Okay. We're all cracking up together and in massive chaos. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I was going to do a video when I had 2 days worth of a lot of people contacting me about the way they were feeling. And I know we tend to like hide it because maybe it's weird, or we think no one really cares and we're the only one. But that's not true. That is not true. I was going to do the video. I can't even tell you what happened that I didn't do the video. I don't know. I really don't know. I had every intention to do the video on the symptoms. I think it was last week. And I'm like, oh, well, I thought of it yesterday. I was like, well, I'm doing the circle tomorrow. Might as well talk about it then, which is not helpful. Not helpful. So with this, I feel like I'm all over the place, but I know you're there with me. With this new moon, okay, so this is what I was channeling. Past experiences resurface. We already covered that. And this is to kind of make you aware of how far you come. There's a fun fact. I follow this YouTube channel, Elizabeth April, EA. I just love her. And she said, it's a fun fact. I don't even know what it means, but in 2014, we had the exact new moon in Scorpio eclipse on October 25th in 2014. Same exact. Of course, the other planets that were around it were different. But, and she just, had this like fun fact. And then I started thinking, what was going on during that time? Are we not compare, but become aware of how far we've come from 2014, which is, I don't know how many years ago. It feels like 1,000 years ago, and then it feels like it could have been yesterday. We're in 2020. So I'm not even going to attempt to do the math. I know simple, basic math can't deal with that right now. But just if you can, I mean, you're not going to remember exactly, but where you were during that time, what was the theme of your life during that time? Because for some reason, there may be a connection to this one. Like, for instance, if you were going through something intense and then you moved past it, and now you're realizing right now certain things maybe from that time are showing up. For what reason? To show you how far you come. Is it something you need to clear out? Whatever it is. Just, I would be interested in whoever like has that connection to that time frame and realizes something different right now. Like whatever it is, whatever the connection is. Because I kind of feel like it's a connection, but I can't think. So I don't know. I don't even remember. I don't remember what I did this morning, let alone 2014. But fun fact, I figured I'd share with you guys. So these are the themes. Before I do the circles, I meditate on it, or I just channel like whatever information that is for me to share to all of you guys. I'm just reading the messages because I just realized there was wrong. Well, okay, Tati, this, even though it feels sucky, because it does suck, I'm not going to even attempt, but everything has its opposite. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist, right? We can't have good without bad. We can't have light without dark. So in order for this shit show to exist, the good, the blessing, the extreme opposite has to exist. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist at all. So there is something amazing coming out of it. Don't forget, I mean, look at what we're going through. We literally are evolving humanity. We are completely changing the planet. We are building a new system so we can coexist without being enslaved. That alone is a hard job. We're clearing out karmic, generational patterns, beliefs, healing. We're doing a lot. We've been very, very busy. So yeah, it's not going to feel good. It's not supposed to. When things feel good, we don't pay attention. Like when you have the lights on, you don't pay attention until you go through a hurricane and you have no power and you're like, I miss putting the light switch on. And then when the power goes back on, you're so grateful for about 2 hours. And then you're right back to like taking advantage that the light just goes on, right? So the only time we can become aware that something needs to be addressed, needs our attention, it's got to suck. Otherwise, we wouldn't pay attention to it. No one's like, wow, it's just awesome. Let me change something. No one would do that. It's when it sucks, you want to change something. And I think this is why we're going through what we're going through as a collective, as humanity. We have to suck together in order to make the drastic changes and people to step up to the level that they need to, because things are going to get very interesting. Let's put it that way. And I know the majority of you guys that follow me, that watch me, are aware and awakened. So just think, if you were oblivious, you're in a coma this whole time, and today's the day you woke up and you're realizing, holy shit, what's going on? What is this? Everything is a lie. Could you imagine what those people are going through? Which is our jobs as light workers, healers, star seeds, wanderers. That's our job, to help them down the path we've already went through and we've already become accustomed to, and share what we've learned so we can help them heal their shit and get on the right path. And that's what's happening now. Tasha, I'm glad you're here. Well, of course, Bernadette remembers where she was in 2014. Oh, well, that's different. You were pregnant. Oh, wow. So you were birthing. So maybe, Bernadette, you're giving birth to something new. Like, don't forget, a lot of the, hey, Judy, thanks for joining, Sissy. So just keep that in mind. That whole why it sucks. The mental conflict we already covered. Tired, headaches, achiness. So the lower chakras, like the stomach area, which would be your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, digestive issues. A lot of people are recognizing, I guess that would be the word, that there's a lot of foods that do not agree with them and they have to change their diet completely. Nervousness is also in the stomach area. Then go into the root chakra, back, legs, hips. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on your age. They would always say, like, when a kid's in pain or achy, it's growing pains. That's kind of like what we're going through now. We're going through, instead of growing, I really would like to say birthing pains, because that's what we're doing. So for any of the men out there, not even close to birthing a child, but what you're feeling will give you a little glimpse of what it's like. Yes, Aurora, it is. But don't forget that there's stages of an awakening. Like the first stage is like they're shocked. They're like, oh my God. Like they just cracked the Da Vinci Code. Like, I have to share this with everyone. Then they go through another phase where you become spiritual cocky. You know, you're just too spiritual for everyone. Like, that's it. And then you get into that humble stage. And then I guess eventually you're like, can I just get off the ride? I'm exhausted. I don't know, but I know that there's different stages. Okay, so the chaos energy to prepare for 2023 and clearing past karma. Okay, share with me, guys, what you're feeling, whether it's on the live chat or if you're rewatching this. in the comments. I really, really would love to know. And most importantly, what you share, someone else will read and not feel alone. Not everybody feels comfortable like chatting in the chat or even talking to someone. So don't think that what you have to share is insignificant, because maybe you don't know, you're not aware that you're helping someone. But trust me, you are. You are. And just think that one person who is at their rock bottom finds light in you sharing exactly how they're feeling, but they have nobody to talk to. So keep that in mind. Oh, really, Tasha? Yeah, well, that's the thing. See, what we're purging physically also is all the toxins, all the poisons in our food, air, water, everything, everything. And don't feel like, because I know that there are some gurus out there, spiritual guides that make people feel bad that they're not on a certain level. Please don't listen to those people. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. It's not a competition. No two people are going to go through the same thing at the same time. Sharing, there's reasons. Maybe I'm going through something, you're going through something else. And then who knows, down the line, I'm going to start feeling like you did a year ago. So don't feel that you have to be in a certain place, because that's another stage you go through in your awakening, thinking you have to be like, up until recently, I was like, I need to think 5D. I need to be love and light. And it's like, I'm not feeling it. I can't force it. I'm just going to do what I'm doing and be aware and try to be more and more aware. But I'm not going to pretend someone doesn't piss me off. I'm not going to pretend that if I see a hornet trying to kill me, I'm not going to kill it if it's a matter of me or the hornet. So I think it's about finding the balance between the two. It's not that you have to be all love and light and take shit from people. I don't believe that. But I also don't believe you should be a shitty person and say hooray for me and fuck you. If it's a matter of life and death, different story. Different story. I don't know. Somewhere between the two, we will find balance. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, I have the smudge stuff everywhere. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love you guys and I love our circles. Yeah, there's a lot of shifting. Yeah, I agree with the do no harm. I mean, that's the witch's creed, do what ye will, harm none. That's pretty much where I go. I'm going to do what I want. I'm not going to hurt you on purpose. But sometimes there's that fine line. So protect yourself, protect your energy, be true to yourself, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So I'm going to show you 3 cards. Each card represents a deck. Pick the card that you're drawn to, and that is the message you need to hear. All 3 decks are going to resonate with each other. So there's going to be something from all the decks that are going to resonate with you to some degree. But the one you choose is the message that maybe you're not being aware of, or you're not seeing it from a different perspective. So what's interesting is I always shuffle the cards. I don't read them, but I do the decks like blindly, basically. And I always take out the theme of the reading. And tonight the cards fell out different. And I wasn't fighting it, so I don't know if it's because my chaotic mind, chaotic cards. I don't know. But there are 3 different themes. First theme is success, which I agree with. At the end of it, that's what it is. Second theme is Aphrodite's love spell. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean romantic relationships. This is love for yourself, following your heart. Third one is strength, which I feel we are in right now. I feel this is where we're taking our power back. We're standing up for our beliefs, our values, and not compromising that anymore like we have. And we've done that. Our ancestors have done that. Speaking of ancestors, before I forget, because I will forget, on Halloween, I will post it, whether it's the day before Halloween or on Halloween, but it's going to be one of those for sure. I'm going to do an ancestor meditation. And in my Patreon, what we're going to do is an ancestor healing as well as the meditation. But I will do the meditation on YouTube. But for my patrons on Patreon, I will be doing a ancestral healing meditation. That was the message I received. It's the perfect time to do it because the veil is very, very thin. And since we're in this ancestral healing period phase, I almost want to say we could speed it up a little with the meditation, but maybe become aware. And my intention is for us to communicate with them if possible. I don't want to put it out there and someone doesn't do it and they're like, oh, I didn't do it right. No, you did. I'm just reading the messages. Yeah, Laura, you had a long ride, my friend, but I'm glad you're back. And out of the snow, it's too cold. Okay, so wait, I have to write down the time. Okay, I'm going to show you deck number 1. If you were drawn to this card, you are deck number 1. I suggest look at the picture more than the word. Don't be fooled by the word. Deck number 2. And deck number 3. Now, what's weird is on my camera, I reversed it so the cards wouldn't be backwards. And surprise, surprise, they're backwards anyway. Okay, I'm going to show it again. Deck number 1, which is the number 2. Deck number 2, which is the number 23. And deck number 3, which is the number 22. So notice all the 2s. This is partnerships. That's how I see 2, partnerships. So pick your deck. Let me know. 222. That's hottie. That's good. Didn't you say that the last circle with the 2s? Of course, 2, 3. You know what? All of them. Somebody was saying about all the 2s that they keep seeing. Okay, so if you chose this card, you are deck number 1. I'm just writing down the time so I can timestamp everything. Okay, so 1, 2, abundance. Let's see what this abundance card said. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. And what's interesting about this one, like you have the cornucopia, which is a sign of abundance, but we're coming into Thanksgiving, harvesting. So I feel like I didn't read the cards yet, but I kind of feel like deck number 1 is about harvesting what you've been working on, what you've been planting. That's just a feeling I got. Let's see what the cards say. Mind your feeling, man, because you're off your rocker anyway. Oh, God. Your chakras. You have your third eye chakra. 3 cards. Not 1, not 2, but 3 cards. You have visualization, seeing, and the complete third eye. And then you have grounding. So, deck number 1 may be, we're all in chaotic energy. Let me just put that out there. However, deck number 1 is too much energy going on in your head, in your mind. Just a lot, headaches, restlessness. I feel like not sleeping, kind of all the symptoms I've said before. But the kind of headaches I'm feeling is like someone's stepping on this. So that, because that's where your third eye is, I feel like you're coming into your psychic gifts. They're expanding. For some of you, you're freaking out. You're becoming aware of new things and maybe you were never aware of your gifts. I just feel like for someone, they're freaking out. Root chakra, grounding. So grounding, I've done a few videos on grounding. I don't think it was on YouTube. I think it was on Facebook. So I'm going to be doing more, like different ways to ground, but going out in nature, grounding, visualizing roots coming out of the soles of your feet is grounding. Using my spoon method, you take the round part of the spoon and you slide it on the bottom of your foot, like with no sock on, like you're barefoot, and then stomp your foot on the ground, and you will feel the energetic pull of the earth, and that will get rid of all the energy up here. It's going to pull it down, because you do need to balance. There is a heavy, I just keep feeling chaotic, and I don't want to say that because we're all in it, but I just feel everything is like a tornado. Like everything is just all over the place. So grounding is going to help you balance out that energy. And that's really important. And maybe journal, because I feel like whatever you're receiving, you're not paying attention to. And journaling will help you keep track of that, those messages or whatever it is that you're receiving. And don't journal random thoughts. Don't like, dear journal, I don't know what to talk about. Like, no. You get a random thought, write it down. You get a random message, write it down. I'm talking more about like random journaling, not purpose. Like, I wouldn't use prompts or something like that for this type of journaling. I would just random, as chaotic that of your mind right now, write it down and get it out of your head, because there is a consistency there. There's something you're missing, but because it's staying in your head, you can't focus. You can't understand it. So there's something very significant about you journaling and it balancing that energy. So, wow. Okay, so deck number 1. Either you are up, you already got a promotion, or you're getting a promotion, because I feel like you're coming into money. Let me read you the cards, and then here's Triumph, Material Harvest, Rejoice in Celebration, Material and Spiritual Prosperity, Awareness, and Prosperity again. So definitely coming into money, possibly a raise, but I also feel like you're coming into like a lump sum of money, like a large sum of money. There's definitely a change in your career, like your title. If you're working and you have a title, I feel like your title is going to change, like a promotion or something. If you own a business, I feel like you're adding something big to your business. Like it's going to go into this next phase, which is going to be very, very, very profitable for you. There's a lot to celebrate after this. You might not see it yet, but there is a lot to celebrate with. I feel like the universe is kicking you in the ass to take action with something, like, especially because you have a lot of the third eye chakra. I feel like you're getting a lot of inspiration, ideas, and you're second guessing yourself implementing them. And that's why I feel like the universe is like, it's literally showing me kicking you in the ass, like just a random foot kicking you in the ass. Like, just go, just do it. Just move forward. Don't stop. Like, I feel like there's a little stall, like resistance, and the universe keeps pushing you. So if you feel like you're in massive chaos, that would be the reason why, because it's telling you that this is the right time. Perfect timing. This is the right time to do it. Don't second guess it. This is really a test of trust. Trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts. trusting your heart, like, because this is something that brings you joy. And it almost feels like, when I don't know how to put this into words, but when something good happens, there are some people that are waiting for doomsday because something good happened. Like, okay, something bad's going to happen now because something good's happening. And that's kind of that feeling that I feel like it brings you joy, but because it brings you so much joy, obviously something's going to go wrong because this isn't right that I feel so good about doing this. Just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. So this is basically telling you, like I said, to get out of your head and trust that inner guidance. Trust what makes you happy. Because yes, we all deserve to be happy. I do believe that. I don't believe we're here to be enslaved. I just don't. Cheers to the ones. Oh, wow, Tasha. So, Tasha, I'm assuming you picked number 1 because that's awesome. That is awesome. Let me read. Okay, we'll go to the angel messages. A new romantic cycle begins. The answers you need are coming, and communication is key. Now, the romantic cycle, and you guys know that romance and money, career, business, to me, I'm not saying for everyone, but to me, is the same energy. So if the romantic cycle doesn't apply to you, it applies to the business aspect, the money aspect. Because romance, you can romance yourself too. You don't always have to be in a relationship. So, and then for some, I do feel like there is a new relationship that's starting. For some of you, I feel like you met this person already. And I feel like you kind of over analyzing. Like, oh, I don't like that. They do that. And it's silly stuff. It's like silly, insignificant, not really a deal breaker stuff, but you're looking for something. And I think it goes back to the happiness thing. Like you're waiting for something bad to happen because you feel good. So just be mindful of that, especially if you just met someone and like you have a strong connection or you're getting butterflies and you're really happy. But to take it to the next level, you're thinking, oh, something's going to go wrong. Just be mindful, because that's not necessarily the case. This is new moon in Libra, and for some reason, Libra and Gemini came out. Actually, these are the signs that came out. Libra, Gemini, Pisces, and Cancer. Those are the signs that came out. And I don't always read the signs, but this is what's, especially Libra, was standing out to me. So if those signs, Libra, Gemini, Pisces, and Cancer, resonate with you and you pick deck number 1, then this is your confirmation. I feel, okay, so this one standing out to me, the answers you need are coming. So I feel like you keep asking for guidance and help, but you're not quieting your mind and allow it to come to you. And when it does come to you, you overanalyze it, so you don't pay attention. You just don't, and you keep dismissing it. So when you find yourself like asking for guidance or help or praying, however it is you do it, for the love of God, just be. Go for a walk, journal, sit there and just write random shit that comes to your mind after you ask. You have to, what's the word? Like, this is a gift you've always had, but you kind of like blocked the communication, which is going back to communication is key. This is going to help you understand the language and communication. that you have with your higher self, angels, loved ones. For someone, and this is specific, I feel like there is an older lady, like a grandmother, could be a mother figure, but it feels more like a grandmother. And doesn't necessarily have to be biological. It could be someone that you felt was like a grandmother to you. You're seeing them. You're either hearing them or smelling them, like maybe a perfume or something that there's some kind of smell that reminds you of this person. I do feel like they are watching over you and they're communicating with you. And I guess you kind of know this because they come to your mind, but you dismiss that it's them because maybe you're expecting a grand entrance. I don't know. But I feel like you're building the bridge between you and other dimensions, we'll say, for clear communication. And that's why I feel like they were telling me about the journaling, because only you have to understand it. There's no book out there that's going to tell you how to understand it. So remember that. Oh, really, Lexus? Okay, so your time frames. Okay, so with this career, business, the hell is it called? Promotion, money, that's within the next 3 to 4 weeks. That's what's showing up here. I feel like it's before the end of the year. So you will hear something, but I feel like something will be finalized shortly after that. So I would say, because I have no concept of time anymore, I'm going to say within the next month or so, before the end of the year. So, because I know some people, if I say, and it used to be on point when I would say, oh yeah, in a month, and it was a month. Now, time, who the hell knows? Yes, Lori, we are always connected. So, deck number 1, I hope that resonated with you. I hope that brought some light to whatever it is you're going through right now. Overall, something amazing is transpiring, so just hang in there. So now we move to deck number 2, romance. So see, everyone's heads, everyone's crown, third eye chakra. This is crown and third eye. How do you like that one? So talk about the head here. You have dreams, presence, and intuition. So deck number 2. Thank you, Tasha. I'm just reading. Oh, well, there you go. That's your confirmation, Chelsea, right? That's your confirmation. Now's the time to do it. Like, I don't think anybody should be working for someone else. I mean, I think we all are gifted enough to do our own thing. We've all had a lifetime of experiences, and no two people, even in the same experience, will see the experience the same. So I think we all have our own unique gifts, skills, and talents that we are meant to share. So that is definitely a confirmation. Now is the time to start that. This is definitely your time, Chelsea. Deck number 2. You two, with the headaches and not sleeping, but you're having the crazy, weird dreams. And what's different about it's not just weird dreams in general, it's more like traveling. I almost want to say air travel, but that's not the word. But that's what I feel like. I feel like you're traveling through dimensions and you're aware in your dream that you're in another dimension. Now, if you don't remember when you get out, that's a different story. But in the dream, you're aware that you're in a different dimension. And I hope that makes sense. You're also noticing a lot of deja vus. So it's possible that maybe you traveled into an experience and then by the time you went through the experience in this dimension, you already knew the outcome and it felt like a deja vu. So be mindful of your deja vus, because there's some kind of connection to your dreams and your galactical family. So if you feel that you're a star seed, I know all of us don't feel like we belong on this planet, you know, but the star seeds really can't fit. They just don't. Like within their heart, a star seed does not. Like, what the hell? But that's what I feel like you're going through right now. Also, your psychic abilities are, I almost feel like someone's moving shit. I don't know if it's telekinesis. I don't know if it's like melting a fork kind of thing. I feel like you're transmuting energy. And maybe you're not aware of it, or maybe you see something and you think like your mind's playing tricks on you. Something about you changing the energy, like the structure of something. I can't even give an example because I don't know how to do that shit. But if you've seen The Matrix, you know, when the kid bends in the spoon and he says, there is no spoon. And then he just like bends it. Like it's that kind of stuff. I don't even know what to call it. Like bending shit. It really would be bending reality. There's something within your gift about that. Like and it's, you know, of course it's not going to be like the movie yet, because this is new to you. It's going to be subtle and on a very, very small scale right now till you become aware of what you're actually doing. This is how everyone gets to understand their gifts. Like when I've been doing energy healing my entire life, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what I was capable of doing to the level that I know now, because it was in small increments until I got to that place. You're at the place now to become aware, at least, of what you're doing. And this is how you're going to understand how to do it, because I don't know if it's like the emotions, a state of mind, a certain way of thinking. This is for you to figure out. I wish I had the answer to that, but I don't. You have the answer. So be aware of that. The challenge that you have right now is being present. And I do feel like for some of deck number 2, they kind of feel like they're in between worlds. Like reality is warped to them, whether it's time itself, timelines. I can't even put it into words what it feels like. That's so annoying when I can't do that. Like you're caught in between. You don't know what's real anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what's real, what you believe. So there's a lot of that spiritual questioning going on as well. Try to be more present. And I feel like something with nature is going to teach you about your gift more, like staring at the clouds. Like try changing the clouds. You know, manipulate the cloud into a different shape. Focus your attention on it and set an intention of what you want the cloud to become. And just pay attention to how you're doing it, and you will see the cloud will form exactly what you're telling it to. Then start with like the trees or a piece of grass or a flower. Do it in nature first in a gentle way, and that's going to keep you present as well as understand your gift way better than I could explain it, because I'm not familiar with that. But when you master it, please let me know if you can teach me, because I think that would be awesome. So, for some of you, someone from your past is lingering around. Either they came back, or maybe you just didn't break up, and maybe you were friends, and then like you had a fallout and now you're friends again, or you ran into them and you started talking to them again. There's some kind of connection with this person. It doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It could be a friend. But it's that you are both emotionally in the same place. So the reason for this connection is, one, it's a reflection of what's really going on within yourself. And two, there is something for you guys to share with each other to help you move past this, because you got suffering in silence and memories of love. And that's what I feel like this connection is. There is either they're going through something, or maybe you're going through something, only to find out that they're feeling. It's the feeling. It's not the experience. It's what they're feeling emotionally. So there's a reason why this person is back in your life, or will come back into your life if they're not here yet. Now with business or work, I also feel like there will be, with work, first I'll start with work. I feel like that there will be a change of like job. Not necessarily within the same company. There's some kind of change. Someone's going to offer you something better, and it's going to challenge you in a way, because it's triggering your own self-doubt. But this is definitely something you need to move forward. I should say you might want to move forward with, because it'll be very, very beneficial to you. It will be financially rewarding, but most of all, because you have passion ignited, it's going to be something that you love doing, you enjoy doing. And that's where I feel like a lot of us do that. That I can't do what I love, because then I'm not able to survive, or something bad's going to happen. Like there's this something between the ages of 6 and 8 years old, some kind of experience or something happened that made you fearful of doing what you love. Like you're not allowed to do it. It's as if you need permission to do it. So I'm giving you permission. How's that? You don't need permission. But if there's something that came up between the ages of 6 and 8, that age range, just ask yourself, just be like, okay, so where am I holding old energy? Or close your eyes, take a deep breath, and literally, just say, what happens that I need to be aware of between 6 and 8 years old? And whatever comes up, write that shit down, because you're not going to remember. And just let it play out, because there's something there that is connected to what you're going through now. And this position, this job, this opportunity that's coming to you, it is going to trigger that block. So just however you need to connect that, it's something. And it's not for you to be like, aha, you'd always want this, but you can't have it. So there's definitely some kind of really intense purge. Got spiritual strength. Some intense purge that's showing up for you, that needs to be released. Okay, so here's partnerships and fulfillment of wishes. So basically, everything you've been wishing for, everything you've been focusing on, where's your dreams? Not just, go to sleep dreams, but the things that you want, the life that you're striving for, that you dream of, is literally happening for you. And the only reason why you can't quite see it yet is this childhood block. I wish I can feel more information, but I guess because it's collective, it could be anything. But for someone, I feel like there's a male that is connected to this. Now, not everyone who can connect to the 6 and 8 is going to be, maybe it's your mother, you know, and I'm saying male, but there's someone with the male. So if that makes sense to you and you immediately thought of, oh, it's this person, it probably is. And just expand upon that. Like, what am I feeling about this person? Or what did this person make me feel at that age? Because remember, you're younger. You know, you were 6. I mean, you're thinking like a 6-year-old. So, show the world the real you. Have faith in your dreams. See, this is the confirmation of trust and then come to life. So this is, it might not feel that good right now, but it's going to have an amazing outcome. I can promise you that. Here's some more 2s for you. 2, 2, and 3, 7, and 5. So those are the numbers. The 2s always stand out to me. And the signs that came up are Aquarius and Leo. And you have a lot, like 3 days, 7 days, 2 days. So I feel like within this week, I feel like this eclipse maybe is affecting you very intensely. It's making you maybe a little crazy, but it's doing that because this is the week of the shift. So something big is going to shift for you. Now, if it, even though I didn't mention like the business one, business, if you own a business and you're expanding on your business, I do feel like that there's some kind of opportunity for you to expand. And it might not be the way you would see your business expanding in. So maybe it's like someone might partner with you, or someone might suggest something to you that either you don't think you're ready for, or you don't want to partner. Keep an open mind with that, because there is definitely some huge expansion going on, whether it's career or your own business. Something big is happening for deck number 2. Something big is transpiring for sure. Okay, so deck number, what the hell? Deck number 2. I hope that resonated with you. And now we are on deck number 3, safe travel. So there's a lot of 2s in tonight's readings. A lot of 2s. Oh, so deck number 3, you have passion. Oh, you're welcome, Aurora. Faith. Possessions. Home. Okay, that was upside down. Home. And physical health. So you have 3 root chakra cards. Deck number 3. I feel like someone may be having issues with their right knee. I also feel like my arm, I think I have carpal tunnel. I don't know. A couple of months ago, my arm from my elbow, it's burning. Like my hand goes numb and it's burning. And that's kind of what I'm feeling in my knee for deck number 3. So it could be just a person is having issues with their knee, and I feel like you're ignoring some kind of pain that you need to take care of yourself a little bit more. Maybe like wrap your knee, elevate it. If you don't want to get it looked at, or you don't want a surgery or something like that, I'm not saying do it, but you need to take care of yourself, because it will get worse if you don't nurture it. You know, you need to take care of it. Could what be a past life, Alexis? I'm sorry. The pain? It could be. You know what? I've heard people lately A few people have told me that they feel some kind of ailment in their body, and then they start having these visions of past life, like whatever happens in the past life, they're physically feeling it. So there's, like, let's use your knee as an example. Let's say you got shot in the knee in your past life, and all of a sudden your knee's bothering you, but there's nothing wrong with it. It could be some past life trauma that's looking to release, definitely. But in this case, I feel like someone really needs to take care of, like, elevate it, wrap it, just take care of it. So, and it could be just one person needs to hear this and then be like, fine, do it. The other feelings I'm feeling for deck number 3 is back issues. And not necessarily lower back. I feel like my shoulders, like the middle of my back, is like really, really tight. So it could be that you're holding a lot of like tension there, like you're carrying the weight on your shoulders. I also feel like you may be going through something where you're not feeling supported by the people in your house. Maybe, oh, I'm just reading that. Okay, oh my God. Yes, Aurora. Yes, that's exactly it. Like you'll feel it. You'll definitely feel it. And it happens in your waking time too. So if you did have like, and for whatever reason you need to remember that past life thing, that's what shows up. So I feel like you're not feeling supported, or you're going through some kind of, how should I put this? Like a spiritual challenge that maybe not everyone is on board with in your household. Like maybe you're evolving more quickly than the people in your house and you feel like the outcast. That's going to change. That's going to change. I just like felt something, and I can't describe what it was that I just felt. I can't. It like came and it went so fast, and I didn't even have a chance to process it. If it's significant, it'll come up again. I also feel like there's things that you want to do, or something that you want to do that you're very passionate about. I feel like you have a lot of anxiety at number 3. Okay, and I get it because this is very anxious energy that we're in. But and you have faith. So I feel like you're getting these ideas and this inspiration to do something, but you're not trusting yourself. Like you're looking for some kind of validation outside yourself, which is why you're having such a conflict with the root chakra. You're looking for someone else to validate what it is that you want to do. Like you I guess like looking for permission to do it. And you don't need permission. You just need that passion. And I know it's easier said than done. Believe me, I do. But that passion is going to fuel you so much more than somebody cheering you on that may or may not even give a shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to be your own cheerleader. You have to trust that this is what I want. And I don't give a shit if anybody believes me, especially during this time, because this whole global, governmental, whatever you want to call it, thing is only going to get worse. And we are going to be tested. Are you going to listen what you are told to do, or are you going to do what makes you feel good? What makes you happy? Because this side does not jive with this side. I can promise you that. And always go in the direction that makes you feel good. You feel fulfilled. You feel happiness and joy in your heart. And never mind what the outside is telling you. So I feel like your lesson right now is to just go within yourself for that support. Stop looking outside of you for some kind of validation or permission, because you're not going to find it there. And as soon as you give yourself, take back your energy, and this is what I feel like you should say. I call all my energy back to me, and I choose to vibrate in the highest frequency of love and light, like something like that. Call your energy back to you, because I see like an octopus, like these tentacles out, that everyone has a plug in your energy, which is very draining, which is probably why you might not be feeling so hot. Call your energy back to you. And instead of putting it out there looking for acceptance or validation, bring it back to yourself and give it to yourself. It's absolutely true, Chelsea. I mean, you know why? People don't realize what we sacrifice to do something, because everyone's in their own little world. Everyone's in their own self-absorbed experience. So the ones that feel that they give to make other people happy, you're actually doing a disservice to them, because they don't know what makes them happy. And you sacrificing shit to make them happy is not making them happy anyway. So now you're drained, you're defeated, you're just feeling like you're feeling now. Let's put it that way. You can be your own cheerleader. You have to be. You have to be. And be okay with not having those cheerleaders right now, because as soon as you call your power back to you and you choose to feed yourself that same energy that you're giving other people, you're going to see your support system is going to change. The people around you are going to change. You're going to be surrounded with supportive people. And at that point, you might not care if they're there. I mean, it's nice to have a support system and a support team, but right now you're craving that, and that it's that feeling of lack. If you really connect with the feeling, it's like, I really want this because I don't have it and I can't have it. So it's coming from like a place of lack, but you don't realize how much energy you're feeding that feeling and other people until you pull it back. I hope that makes sense, because once you do that, you're going to be ignited. And it doesn't matter who approves, who doesn't approve, who supports you, who doesn't. It doesn't matter, because you're you. So you're going to be you for the rest of your life. And only you are going to support you. Now, deck number, what are we up to? 3. Even though this said safe travels, I feel like you're moving. So, and I felt that way when I saw that card, the first cover card that popped out where it said safe travel. The first thing that came to my mind was you're moving. And I was going to write it down, and then I forgot. And I figured, if I need to remember, I'll remember what it was. And I do. You're moving. And this is the validation here. So either you're talking about moving, you're thinking about moving, or you're actually planning your move. I feel like you're going to be moving soon. Now, when I say soon, I don't mean like necessarily tomorrow, but because it is a collective reading, let's go with from this point until the beginning of next year. However, whatever months that is, like 3-4 months. There is definitely a move. And this move is, okay, so once this takes place, you take your power back, you're supported, there will be people that you feel you don't want in your life anymore, or you don't want to have access to your energy anymore, I should say. And it doesn't matter if it's blood relatives, friends, that guilt shit will pass. And you're going to come into this supportive tribe. We'll call it a tribe, like your soul family. And once you take this power back, I feel like this move is what's going to transpire a series of events that's going to, like a domino effect. It's going to unravel really, really fast. So if you're not thinking about moving, don't be surprised if towards the end of the year, you're like, you know what? I should just move to blah, blah, blah. So I do feel like for some of you, that's what's going to happen. You have firm foundation, intuition, triumph, success, wisdom, and destiny. So I do feel not only is this move going to be amazing for you in every aspect of your life, but you see the firm foundation, it goes back to the root chakra. So you're going to give yourself, see, he's by himself, he's supporting himself, his spine. You have a strong foundation with who you are. And once you take this power back, you're going to realize you don't need anyone really to validate who you are. It's not like you don't need anyone in general, because we're human. We need people. But you don't need anyone to validate who you are. So you have that stable foundation. And from this point on, you're going to become stronger and stronger and stronger. And you have wisdom and intuition. So you could be connecting to your ancestors. Maybe you're thinking of relatives that are no longer on earth, that may have passed on. Certain sayings like grandparents. I don't know why grandparents seem to be significant, like grandparents, something with the grandparents. And for some, I feel like they came from another country or they lived in another country. There's like some kind of old wisdom that was passed on from generation to generation. And whatever that is, it could seem like it's insignificant, but it's not. It's something that's going to give you that little boost that you're looking outside to get, and you already have it within you. So you do have a lot of inner guidance. All of a sudden I got stuffy. I don't know why. A lot of inner guidance, a lot of something with the ancestors. For some of you, I feel like someone if you don't know of it now, right at this moment, you're going to become aware of it. Someone in your family, a female, was some kind of a healer, either with herbs, like a medicine woman, some kind of healer. And I feel like she's around you right now. She's kind of helping you discover your gifts, discover your healing ability. And don't worry if you don't know what it is, because nobody knows what kind of heal they are. I mean, I still don't know. And I'm somewhat aware. So don't worry about not knowing, but use it on yourself right now, especially when it comes to your health. Whether it's herbs and oils and something like that. Something like that. You're going to find this connect. I don't know how else to explain it. It keeps showing me the same thing. It makes me feel the same thing. So I'm going to say, like, that's the end of the world there for me when it comes to the ancestors. So balance, spirituality, and practicality. Oh, good night, Tasha. Thank you. I will miss you. Aw, thank you, Chelsea. I'm glad. Bring love into the situation. And don't let your past hold you back. So it's pretty self-explanatory, right? Bring love into the situation. Give yourself the love you give others. And just focus on you. Within the next few weeks, and we'll see what that means going beyond normal. So this is what I feel like the ancestor healer guidance. I don't know. You're going to have very interesting experiences when it comes to your intuition and dreams. Let's put it that way. Okay, so your signs that are coming up is Pisces, Aquarius, and Aries. So you have Pisces, Aquarius, and Aries. So within the next few weeks. Okay, so you have 9. So that's completion. So within the next few weeks, this is when this whole shift is going to transpire and start unfolding literally right before your eyes in a very, very fast way. Take a stance, follow your energy. So your numbers are 9, 1, 4, 25, and 22. So a lot of 2s. Everyone got a lot of 2s. So deck number 3, I hope that resonated with you. Tonight, I know we were going to do a meditation, but I kind of don't like doing that when I feel the way I do, like with my head, I'm very chaotic. But I am going to be doing a meditation later on this week. Today's the 25th, right? So I'm going to be doing the ancestral connecting on YouTube, and on Patreon, we're going to be doing the healing and the connection. I'm probably going to do it within like the same day. I will post it. If you're interested in joining us on Patreon, the link is in the description. Now I'm going to read all the messages. Chelsea, I'm glad you're going to sleep well tonight. Tasha already left. Toddy. Oh, could be Toddy. Yeah. It could be. Was she a healer? See, like looking at this, I see this little older lady with like, she's like a firecracker. You know, she doesn't like take shit. I don't know if that's your grandmother, but that's the vision that they showed me. She's tiny, but she's. Thank you, Shelly. Oh, I will feel, but it's just whatever the hell it's called, the eclipse energy. It's going to be like this for a couple of weeks. Usually you feel the eclipse energy a couple of weeks before the eclipse for as long as 6 months afterwards. So it's going to be interesting. But just know, guys, every single one of your readings has really a bright light at the end of all this. Oh, really, Bernadette? I don't know why that was she said grandmother, and I saw this grandmother, and that's who I saw. Yeah, 410 would be tiny, and she's like a firecracker. Oh, really? Aw, you're going to make me cry. Aw, so she's connecting with you. Oh, that's so sweet. Based on like her energy, I can like see how she's like, let me in, let me out there, let me say something. I got something to say. Very cute energy. I hope I do that. I don't want to say haunt. I'm not saying your grandmother's haunting, but when I come back to like humans, I want to be that way. I want to be like, listen to me. Yes, that's what it feels like. Oh, really? Well, then there's something, especially if you connected with deck number 3, there's something there that you need to pay attention to. Aw, that's so cute. Well, it doesn't matter if it was a specific person or if the description fits 10 people's, description of their grandmother. It could be all of them. That's who I saw. I couldn't really tell you exactly who it was, but if you're connecting with that, then that's who just came to you. And I think, I don't know, right now the veil is thin, guys. So if you're looking to connect with like loved ones or anybody that has crossed over, this is the time to do it. And all you have to do is just talk to them, really, in your mind. That's the easiest way to connect with them. And just trust what you hear, see, feel is them. Don't second guess it. Because right now, thin, thin, thin. This is probably the thinnest it has ever been in history. Let's put it that way. So interesting things could transpire right now. So guys, have an amazing night. I would say enjoy this new moon, but I was going to say the solar plexus. The eclipse has a lot to teach us. So just allow the chaos to just be chaos and just observe it. Oh, I'm sorry, Bernadette. It doesn't matter, Bernadette. That was definitely her, especially if you've been thinking about it, about her. So just observe the chaos, what it's trying to tell you, and it'll pass. Everything will pass. Thank you, guys. Anita, yeah, I will post it in Patreon when I'm doing the meditation. I know I'm like a little behind on meditation. Sorry. But I had every intention to do it. I don't like doing it when I'm not 100%. I love you guys. Have an amazing night. And I will see you on either the 30th or the 31st. Have a great night.